Okay, here we have the 1969 Shelby GT500 Respec. This is a concourse oriented, detailed to the nines car. However, it has some modifications to it that make it an incredible driver's car. So a lot of the things that make these original cars a little bit harder to enjoy and drive has been addressed on this. Right off the bat, you might notice the stance. That is thanks to RideTech coilovers in all four corners. The rear has a 4-link system, a RideTech 4-link system with bracing, and keeps that rear axle straight up and down in the suspension travel as it it goes over the road. That is a huge improvement. This car drives better than certainly better than any 69 original car, but it is a super fun car to go take and drive on some corners with. Next thing you might notice is the larger wheels. It's a subtle change. These are 17 inches over the original 15-inch wheels. These are a little bit modified. The rear has been widened 1 inch to accompany a 275 with rear tire. So we had the rears widened 1 inch, and all of them have this machined edge around the barrel or the lip of the wheel and the face to give it more of the original look of a two-piece. That's just a subtle nod to some of the details that this car has. A lot of things that maybe the casual person might not notice. The other thing is this says Goodyear Radial GT. These are radial tires on here. They're actually Nittos, but the Goodyear Radial GT is a nod to the polyglass original tires that came on these cars, and sort of a cheeky way to show that this is not just a stock tire, but kind of a nod to the original. Braking is done in all four corners by Willwood brakes. There's 6 piston in the front. The rear has 4 piston brakes. They are massive and they do the job very well. Makes this car awesome to drive. This is sort of maybe the telltale is if you're behind this thing and you look and you see it squatted down, you'll notice this coilovers kind of peeking out at you. The more you look at it, the more these details sort of reveal themselves. But there's a lot to take in on this car, and things that go into the concourse level of detail is the axle has been detailed to the nines. A little yellow, it's hard to see it, but like where the hub meets the brakes there, some markings that show like the level of concourse detail it's done. It's sporting original glass, original body, original fiberglass from the car. It's the original rear axle, original motor. Some other fun details are just inside. It's just how you'd expect a Shelby. Fold down rear seat with the pass through to the trunk. And the shift knob looks original, but this car has a 5-speed Tremec in it, and so this gear shift knob, gives a nod to the extra gear we've added to the car. LED lights, interior, speedometer, the cluster has LED lights in it as well. Subtle things like that, but the details kind of go on. This is original seat material. We had a roll of original white interior, and we had these seat covers remade out of it. So this is true, not reproduction. Same feeling as an original. This is a very distinct feeling of this inside strip of the seat. paint is gorgeous. All right, so underneath, engine bay, grease pencils and all the different Concourse kind of geeky stuff, nods to date codes and auto light belts and stampings. Date codes all match on this car. It's beautiful, but you'll notice that it says Terminator EFI. So hiding under the air cleaner is actually a Holley Terminator electronic fuel injection system, and it's looks like the carb and done in that same kind of gold plated color. So a really cool piece, but it has EFI, so it makes it a little bit more predictable and easy to drive and smoother running. And that is a fun little tidbit because it's hard to notice. You can see it, I don't know if you can see it actually. Down here underneath the cowl is the EFI electronic, like the brain, I guess, of the box that calculates and calibrates this car for all the different weather and temperature changes. So that is a hidden little piece in there. Again, just a cool, subtle changes, but all these things make it much better to drive. You can see the coilover hiding under there, but this tubular control arms from Ride Tech all make this thing a blast to drive.